Hello, everybody. What's cooking, guys? I already failed the intro. Let's try again. What's cooking, everybody? Welcome to the Chef Tony podcast. I'm your host, Chef Tony, and today I'm by myself because I wanted to talk about some crazy shit, some crazy stuff. Well, not necessarily crazy, but just like things on my mind, stuff. But obviously, we're gonna get into that. But let's start with just um how my day's been. I posted on Twitter, got a birthday dinner, but the DoorDash driver was just a bitch. um, they made me, they screamed at me from their car to walk down my entire driveway to get my food, and they didn't even say, have a good night when I said it to them, so they didn't get a tip. um, it was that, there was, been watching YouTube while got some Panda Express, which is actually, if you have the money, and when I say money, just like $10, get Panda Express. I got 3 entrees of orange chicken and fried rice. Personally, I don't like the rice. I absolutely demolished 3 entrees of Panda Express, and I personally think for that price that I paid, which was $11 plus, I think the um $7 for delivery. Or if I clicked, I couldn't have made it. You can make it cheaper, and it'll only take like another 20 minutes to get there. Which personally I didn't care because I was just vibing anyway. Didn't really matter when I got there. But I couldn't because the store would have closed. But I could have saved $2. It was fun. It was nice, but yeah, that DoorDash driver kind of sucked. But yeah, I didn't tip anyway, so that's what they fucking get. But I wanted to talk, and actually, YouTube videos I was watching was titled people's videos, because I think I felt that that DoorDash driver was so full of themselves that they think they could just scream at me at 9 p.m. when I'm in slippers to come down my own driveway to get my own food when they are technically the ones delivering it to me, and then they don't even fucking say have a good night. So yeah, I'm pissed off. And obviously this is going to be posted on my YouTube channel. Probably how do I say this? Well, in the future. So I'm currently recording this 12/22/2021. So yeah. But along with that there's just the I was watching some entitled things, and when watching entitled things, actually the first thing that came up was feminist. I was like, oh god, oh god. Now here's the thing. Before I get canceled, I solely, wholeheartedly, 100% believe we are equal. Are we the same? Physically, mentally, emotionally? No. But we are equal. I saw this one guy, he said 2 plus 2 equals 4, but 3 plus 1 also equals 4. We are equal, but we're not the same. And I was like, that's a great way to put it. So, but I think it was just, so I was like, you know what, let me look through some things. And I saw some things that my eyes shouldn't have seen. Sorry, I'm smart. But long story short, just like, it just went full circle. There was one entitled, well, I say entitled, I guess cocky, very cocky. So there's this woman that was an army soldier in 2007 that she said that she could beat any Marine on the base in a boxing match. So they got a Marine, and I, she to say that she got beat was an understatement. She did not get one shot on that person, and in 2 minutes and 50 seconds, she fell to the ground, and the fight was over. Um, yeah, he rocked her shit. But I just think it's, I don't know, it's that false confidence that you have. Now here's the thing. Again, we are equal, but we are not the same. So don't treat it as such. Do not go, "Oh, we're the same," especially physically. Because I watched a bunch of videos on that, but I also watched videos on just like social things as well. But physically, I watched I watched that. I watched a black belt. I think it was jiu-jitsu fight. I think a red belt, and they lost. I actually watched a female. I think it was a female Marine say that they shouldn't allow females to be in infantry in the army, which was um very interesting because um a Marine that's actually been through shit and been on, I don't know if she's been on battlefields, but she's been through the training and shit, says that they shouldn't be in the infantry. But on the other hand, there are people that have never been in the military before saying that they should. And I just found that hilarious. Same with men and women should be in the same sports. Well, okay, what does that even mean? Men and women should be in the same sports. Men as in, men and women as in just the title? Like, that's just, because I can, is that what, just like what I go by? Because I can just switch my shit seemingly now, or seamlessly nowadays. I'm kind of stupid, but I don't know how to say seamlessly. Anyway, I can just do it, and doesn't matter. I can just do whatever because I want to feel comfortable, and that's all. Or do you mean literally like based on brain chemistry, hormones, the chromosomes X and XY, that we should be the same, that we should be in the same sports? Because well, one, I disagree on both. Because here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. I believe that we shouldn't use the fucking pronouns on how we dictate who should be in whose sports. I think it should be based on the X and XY chromosomes. You know why? Because let's use me for example. And not to toot my own horn, but we're gonna go on my slight achievements in sports. I was a starting point guard on my team when I played a couple years back, and um, I was pretty fucking good. I was a starter, and if I just switch my fucking um, gender right now and just say I go by female, and then I go against other females, um, I would think that's unfair. Why? Because if we want to look at statistics, um, it's just we're so physically different, men and women, that um we cannot go against each other. It shouldn't be a thing. And I say that because it's just, all right, who wants that to happen? In my opinion, I don't think the guys want it to happen. I mean, personally, I don't think it should be a thing. And even when I played I still play basketball occasionally, but when I was on a team and when I was playing, and I wouldn't want to go against an all female team with my guy teammates. Now, obviously that was a long time ago, and it wasn't like it wasn't a super competitive league, but I was still pretty good, and I still am decent. But um I wouldn't want to go against people. But here's the thing. Um what I keep seeing is what women are doing. Well, I can't say women because here's the thing. I like to treat people as individuals, and so whenever I say women, I can't say women because there are specific women that say the stupidest shit. Same with specific men that say the stupidest shit. Not all women. It's something that I and basically everyone in the world need to get used to saying is we can't say just women because that is saying all women. Specific women in the fucking extreme feminism movement that are saying that they compare above average women to below average men. And that's what I keep seeing. Because I keep seeing if we like fucking put Candace Parker, which is a WNBA player, against some fucking hooper in the second grade that's a guy, obviously we know who's gonna win. But if we put the average guy that's never played basketball before against the average girl that's never played basketball before, the guy's gonna win. And even if we put average guys against above average women sometimes. There was, I believe, a high school soccer team that went against. Let me actually look it up because I want to fact check this. High school soccer team beats. Yep, high school soccer team. The FC Dallas Academy team, is a boys team, beats the women's national team 5-2. And it's under, and they're all boys under 15 or 15 and below. Now, obviously, you can say, oh, they went easy on them. I don't give a shit if they quote unquote went easy on them. If you, I don't know. I just see that as funny to me. But that's the thing. And, those are obviously above average women, and obviously, I guess those are above average teenagers going against grown women. But here's the thing, I don't like comparing, but the whole fucking thing is all about saying how we're the same, and that's literally all about comparing. And we're not the same. We're equal, but we're not the same. We get treated this equally. We don't get treated the same. And there's a huge fucking difference, okay? Because let's go back to military. So remember that female Marine that said they shouldn't go in the infantry, or at least on the war grounds or whatever. I was looking at the comments and they were saying that almost during the some people that were in the military, their women counterparts that were in the like doing physical training, not one of them could drag a male soldier like however many yards. So that's kind of fucking crazy to me, you know, that you are allowed in the military and technically you can't even save one of your colleagues if they got shot and you have to drag them a specific amount of like feet or yards away and you just can't. That's crazy to me. It's and they allow this just to fucking slide. It definitely shouldn't. And you know, obviously, I just things like the military definitely should have the same requirements in my opinion. Obviously, I'm gonna get fucking canceled, so I'm just gonna let my thoughts on it. Like the military and like obviously I cannot compare military and sports because the military is such a higher priority, or not priority, a lot more is at stake, a lot more, from saving somebody's life and like playing fucking basketball, two different things. But if you cannot drag a fellow soldier out of the line of fire, I don't know. Now obviously still, I don't know if they allowed that passed the law for female infantry to like be a thing, or I don't know if it was infantry or just like ground soldiers in the war. But yeah, that female Marine was talking to a female news reporter, and that news reporter that's not even a fucking, was my guess probably not in the military, was disagreeing. And I think I'm seeing a pattern here. The people that are actually doing those things or doing things relative to it. He wasn't a foot soldier, and I don't know the fucking things. Basically, It was all about how to be in the war zone, and I think somebody that was in the fucking Marines and was doing training was disagreeing with somebody that's never done anything like it and want to be treated the same as men. God motherfucking damn. That's crazy. So I'm slowly coming to realize that, yeah, like, well, then we can just go back to that person that was in the army saying that they can whoop any Marine's ass in a boxing match, and then they just get fucking destroyed. I guess it's just specific people. Some people are completely cocky and think they are this and that, and they live in a false world, and some people actually know what the fuck's happening. Now, guys, like I said, I fully believe in equality and fully believe that people should be treated equal, but not the same, because we're not the same. And some people need to learn that, hey, physically, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, I have some specific personal experiences when I've went against the opposite sex during sports. I've played against girls in basketball, and obviously that was for fun, but I don't think one of them actually thought they were gonna win. Actually, no. Oh, do I have a fucking story, guys? So me and a friend of mine. So I believe this was 6th grade. So I think this is when I played on a team. Maybe. So, and it wasn't like a competitive team or at all, but it was still a team, and I still started on that team. Well, when I see a competitive team, I'm at competitive league. I mean, pretty competitive, but not like super huge. But um, so it was me and my friend. My friend was in 7th grade at the time. So it was me and him versus, I believe it was 2 girls on the school team, which was a lot more competitive than the league I was in. I still started. And it was 2 girls on the competitive team, the school team, and then 3 other girls that just kind of never played basketball before. We won by a good bit, but I was. I don't even think I don't know if my friend played basketball on a team, but I played, and like I said, chat. I don't like talking about how I'm not the best at basketball, and I definitely am not like super good, but I was definitely above average. And in my personal opinion, if I tried out for the 8th grade team, which sadly because of COVID I couldn't, if I tried out, I think I could have made the team. I don't think I tried out in 7th, and I might have tried out in 6th. Wait, no, let me think. 7th, I didn't try out. In 6th, I did, and I didn't make it, sadly. But then I went to another league and I started. But 6th, okay. Well, one, it's a middle school team, so even if you make it as a 6th grader, you're probably not even gonna fucking play. But I don't even think any 6th graders even made that team anyway. It was all just 8th graders probably. So that's why, in my opinion, if I was in, if I tried out in 8th grade, I would have made it. And I don't even think I tried out in 7th, but it was mostly 8th and 7th graders anyway. But it kind of sucks, and I didn't really, you know, it was kind of a unfair advantage. I wish they had specific teams, not just a middle school team. But same with high school, dude. If I tried out right now as a freshman and I'm going against fucking like 6'5" seniors, dude, what the fuck? What am I gonna do? But yeah. So I actually don't know what grade those girls that were on the middle school team was, but my guess is they were probably a grade or two above me. So they could have been either 7th or 8th or maybe 6th. I don't fuck. I mean, if you were in 6th, I never saw the female team. I just knew they were on it. So I don't really know how many were 8th graders or 7th or 6th, but the boys team specifically, I believe there was one 6th grader and the rest were 7th and 8th. I'm not sure, but anyway, but when I played on the it was like a fucking church league. It really wasn't competitive, but I mean, it was still a basketball team. And obviously, when there's a basketball team and you're playing with people that play basketball, you kind of want to be good. But man, did that fucking suck. And that's why, again, I 100% believe age should not be the way to classify things, because that was a 5th and 6th grade, so that's how they divided the league. Well, they didn't divide the league. They obviously divided the teams into league or the league into teams. Sorry, but the whole league was 5th and 6th graders. I guess my team got the unlucky bunch because I think there were more 5th graders on my team than any other team. In chat, when you're in 5th grade, you basically have yet to hit puberty. And when you're in 6th grade, you are at the start of puberty. Some people, chat, they were early bloomers, if you will, because there were, I don't even, to be honest, I was skeptical that some motherfuckers were in the 6th grade, because there was 2 people that were like 5'7" and above. They didn't get a calculated height, but they were probably, actually I know one of them was at least fucking, I think he was 6 foot, and another one was probably like 5'8", 5'9", and in 6th grade I was 5'2". Those 2 motherfuckers were on the same team, chat. And then there was other people on other teams, but I was the starting point guard. But here's the thing, since it was a non-competitive, it was I think it was some fucking church league. I didn't even go to that church. Well, actually, the practices took place at a church, so I don't even know if it was, but because it was non-competitive league, they had to make sure everyone gets playtime. So, no offense to the other people on that team, but I was, again, not to boost my little ego, but I was one of, I think, 4 6th graders on the team, and the rest were 5th graders, and I was the best on the fucking team. Chat? I said, chat, like, this is a Twitch stream. Chat, I still played the same amount of time as a 5th grader that, I am not fucking joking, was 4'8". I'm 5'2". I was starting. I was pretty fucking good on the team, and I was playing the same amount of minutes as the 4'8" 5th grader that has yet to hit puberty. He might have been shorter than 4'8", to be honest with you. But long story short, chat, we did not do good in that league at all. God. And oh, I was also the tallest person on my team. So, well, one of the tallest. I think there might have been somebody slightly taller than me. But chat, I was 5'2" playing the point guard, which means we also had a 5'2" or around 5'2" center, which is the person that's supposed to get rebounds. Yeah, you know what is aggravating? When your shooting guard on your team that's also in 5th grade, well, not also in 5th grade because I was in 6th, when a fucking 11-year-old is on your team and they shoot the ball, and obviously they're like 11 and they miss. The person that's supposed to grab the rebound is the same height as the point guard. Now, obviously, I guess I was the tallest on my team because I was in 6th grade, but like I said, there's one fucker. There's two people on the same team that were, one was 5'8" and one was 6 foot, or I say 5'8" for one of them, around there, rough estimate. He was a lot taller than me, and then there was a guy even taller than him. And at when there's some guy super fucking tall getting the rebounds above your center, and you're as tall as your center, that is the most aggravating thing. Oh God, just I've been ranting, but holy, it was fun, but yeah, I learned a valuable lesson during that, and it was, well, two things. One, don't pass the ball to the 11-year-old kid that only shoots threes. You will not believe how many threes that guy shot, and I'll give you a hint. I actually don't know if he hit fucking one of them. I know he missed a lot, but he did not hit a lot of them. And that was also the time I wasn't the best shooter, so I had to drive into the paint a lot. Oh, one, I will never forget the one fucking time we went against the team and they all just, 5 fucking people just stayed in the paint. Oh my God. I couldn't fucking. I scored actually a couple times. I probably shot free throws and I missed my free throws. Oh shit. Now I can shoot free throws, but dude, 5 fucking people were just playing zone defense in the paint and I couldn't do anything because the other 4 fucking people were like 11 and they only shot threes and they only fucking missed. But I'm not gonna blame it on my teammates because I definitely could have been better. Now I've refined my shooting. I was never a good shot in like 6th grade and in 7th, but I worked on my shooting. Now I can do more. I have more opportunities now because I can do fadeaways, I can do step backs and do decent. I'm still not a really good shooter, but now I'm at least better where I was. And with finishing, finishing at the rim, I've gotten obviously bigger. But let me go back to my original point, which was you cannot. I just don't think you can divide it by age. Just like I said, it was 11 and 12. That is the worst thing that you could have possibly done. Or no, it was 5th and 6th, I think. 5th and 6th. So how old is a 5th grader? Like 10 or 11, and then 6th graders is 11 to 12. Or let me see. How old is a 6th grader? 6th graders. All right. Age by 31st of August. 5th is 10 and 6th is 11. Oh, that's August. Okay, so yeah, 11 and 12, maybe 13. But dude, I had a 4'8" point. I'm a point guard. He's a fucking, I don't know, 4'8" 11-year-old getting the same minutes as me. Again, I'm not gonna be mad because it wasn't a competitive league and it wasn't like the whole, like, I wasn't really mad about it because I had fun and I got better. But dude, if I played on the same team now, I'd been better. But like I said, I kind of learned to practice more on shooting now, and my dribbling got probably worse, but shooting better, and I've become all around a better player. So I'll take it. But they divided it into age. But what I think they should do is they should divide it into height and weight. I weighed 5'2" and I believe 90. People that I would go against were either shorter than me and not as like heavy, and they couldn't get around me because I was just bigger than them. I could just spread my arms out and they couldn't get past me and I'd block them. Or I would go against people a lot bigger than me. And that's where my dribbling came in because I could do a dribble move. But height and weight, if I went against people and I had people on the same team that were all 5'2" and around 90 pounds, with maybe the exception of like a forward or a center being a bit taller, dude, it would have been so much fucking better. Not only for my team's record, I don't know what the team's record was, but probably absolute shit. But now that was the thing. I did every tip off at every game, and I actually won a good bit of them actually. But me as the point guard did every single tip off. Actually, no. The very first game I didn't do it, and then I think every game after that I did it. Well, I don't know why, but that's what the coach wanted. But yeah, just like don't divide it by age, and obviously divide it by who has X chromosome, who has an XY chromosome. Because here's the thing, actually, me and my chat talked about it, and I actually need to fact check myself and do it like during daytime and not nighttime. But I self alley-ooped myself during a dunk, for a YouTube or for a Twitter skit, and in the video, my guess is the camera angle was like upwards, so it probably looked like it, but it looked like my head almost hit the rim. And if that was true, then that was an 8.5 foot rim. So I'm 5'7", 8.5 feet minus 5'7". I would have had to jump 31 inches to that. Now I'm gonna test it again during the daytime, because one, that was nighttime, and two, maybe the camera angle was off and it looked like it, so I'll just have to test again. But if that's true, let's say, and I don't think it is, my guess is probably anywhere from like 25 to 28 range probably. But, and again, I don't like saying my achievements, because am I proud of myself for that? Yes, because I worked hard for that, because I did leg workouts a lot. I did a lot of fucking squats, and I did specific leg workouts that made my jumping go higher. And I want to do actually more of those, because I want to get higher, because I want to be able to dunk on 9 feet, and I haven't trained for that in like maybe a year. Sorry. But the reason why I said that is because, let's go back to male and female sports. I want to get off this topic really soon, because I've been talking about it for like 20 minutes, but I would hate going against people of the opposite gender or sex, because it's incomparable in my opinion. Let's actually look it up. Or maybe I can play that video and show y'all. Y'all think I'm bullshitting, but I forget I'm wearing a mouse. Oh, y'all can probably hear it. Here we go. Well, I don't want to show it for too long, but because this is supposed to be. Oh, why did fucking. I'll show you in a second, but if it can fucking load. You know what? Never mind. Long story short. Oh, now it fucking decides to work. God damn it. I'm such a fucking idiot. Here we go. Long story short, head gets to the rim. Back to the podcast. I'm not wearing my chef hat anyway, so that's supposed to be according to Cat, which did a bunch of fucking math calculations, told me that would be 31 inches, which, I mean, I don't really believe it, because I'll do my thing later, but how high the average 14 or 15, my birthday was yesterday, 15-year-old girl jump? Vertical jump norms. 15-year-old, 17 inches. Based on the average jump for men, 16 to 23, and for the ladies, 12 to 19. Well, based on that video, I jump a little bit high, a good portion higher. I just think it's just fucking stupid how there are extremists in this world. Okay, extremists, I guess, are fucking extreme. That one, they probably don't ever fucking play the sport, but they want women to go against men. And again, I'm not trying to be egotistical and say, oh, I jump so much higher, but if I am getting every rebound and I'm jumping over everybody, not literally, but I would just think that would be fucking unfair and probably not even fun for me. Okay? But I just think personally it's stupid. But let's get off the sports topic. Let's talk about oh no. I mean, we can just talk. I don't want to keep talking about feminism. Ooh, let's talk about politics. Ooh. Now I'm really getting canceled. This is gonna be a short podcast anyway, but probably around an hour or 40 minutes in right now. But let's talk about politics for the remaining sector of this. How to get canceled 101. Politics. I find politics hilarious, and obviously, if I ever vote, one. I don't even think I want to vote, but if I ever do, probably. Well, actually, in 3 years, I'll legally be allowed to vote. 3 years is when next. Is that when the next election is happening? Well, 2024. I would just miss it, and I'll be so fucking happy. I just don't think voting is it's a real thing. Well, it's a real thing, but I don't think it should be. You know why? Because there's so many dumb people. Alright, here's the thing. If you're obsessed with voting, I don't get what's wrong with you. Or if you're obsessed with politics, I see so many people, they're like, oh, the left did this, the right did that, blah, blah, blah. And, stop blaming it on other people. Well, it's just stupid in general. Like, I don't know, just, I really am fucking killed. I think both parties are stupid as shit. So one party wants, well, alright, we're gonna use both extreme ideologies. One side wants to fund the police, hates the economy, hates taxes, and just hate white people. And the other side is racist, sexist, homophobic, and a religious cult. Now, we're not gonna say which side is which, but you can definitely figure that shit out. But here's the thing. I've done a lot of research. I've watched a lot of videos. When I say a lot of research, I'm not politically invested in anything. But I'll definitely watch YouTube videos of angry people from both sides, because they're both fucking stupid. But that's the extreme ideologies from both sides. From the extreme sides, looks like. Well, the extreme sides explained by the other side. Obviously, one side was explained by the other side, but I will just gladly debunk all of it because they're both wrong and they're both fucking stupid. Well, okay. Let's go to that one side that super religious and is super this and that. And there's nothing wrong with being religious. It's just that shouldn't be one. That shouldn't be an insult. Two, if you have specific views and very narrowing perspective, I feel like you shouldn't be able like do important things with an extreme like. Now, obviously, what does religious mean? Well, here's the thing. My psychiatrist, yay, but he's also religious and he goes to church. Guess what? He does not have a narrow view. But if you, for example, want to hurt other people because of your religion, I feel like that's narrowing. So I feel like religion itself does not narrow the views, it matters on the specific person. People that want to hurt other people because they're gay or they're this or that because of their religion. Yet, people, like psychiatrist, has a very expansive view. He's also religious. So it shouldn't matter about religion, but some people that are very narrow minded, I guess, on their um perspective. Oh, and that goes to other things. Narrow minded people also are usually racist, homophobic. And I feel like if you're have that specific limited perspective on life, then you shouldn't be able to do important things. Um, let's go to the other side. The other side, more lenient towards those things, or fine with. But I feel like those people want to accept everything, and that is not fun. Well, those are specifically where at least I see um, women should be able to compete in men's sports, and men should be able to compete in women's sports. No, because I just spent the past 30 minutes of my podcast telling you why that shouldn't be able to happen because uh, physically men are stronger. We're different. And the average man is a lot stronger than the average woman. So that shouldn't be a thing. And don't compare an above average woman to a below average man. Compare the averages, and you realize, holy shit, it's very different. Men and women are equal, but we are different. We're not the same, especially physically. Next one. Um, what's one I said? Oh, defunding the police. Oh, guys, I don't know if you saw, but there was a study when Minneapolis they did, I think, private community service as their main force of protection instead of police, and they defunded the police, and there was a most record-breaking crime wave, and then they started to fund police again. So, yeah, fuck that shit. Um, oh, cops again. Cops are, what do they think are cops are racist pieces of shit. What about cops that are people of color? Also, what does people of color even mean? Does that just mean African American people? Or does that mean every single one? Because I saw somebody saying that more people of color died to COVID than white people. And then they went on how COVID's racist. Not really, but they were talking about stuff. But does people of color mean everybody except white people? Because what does color mean? Because I'm guessing it only means African American people, but it's everything except white people. Of course, COVID's gonna kill more of everybody than one specific race. But anyway, defund the police is stupid as shit. Because you kind of need them, and if you want to do it where it's privately, the poor people, if they pay for police, we're gonna have shitty police. Then, if we have rich people, they're gonna have fucking tech ops people defending them. So it's not really gonna matter anyway. They're like, why, or and then they're gonna be complaining about how it's this and that. Well, here's the thing. And then there's the ones that say eat the rich and they fucking hate taxes. Here's the thing. Um, I believe rich people do pay taxes. I believe Elon Musk said on Twitter he is, well, can't really believe him, I guess. Well, I mean, we hopefully believe him. He said he's paying $11 billion in taxes. And people were still upset. And here's the thing. Cat again. What I've learned is it seems to be, it's not that they want them to pay taxes, it's that they want them to suffer financially. Here's the thing. Taxes aren't meant to hurt you financially. You're just meant to pay them. Obviously, some people get hurt financially paying them. But people like Elon Musk, um, now obviously Elon Musk probably doesn't pay taxes for factories. Maybe. I don't fucking know. Like property tax, I don't know. I've heard Amazon, they made a deal way back when buying things, since it's privately owned warehouse or something, they didn't have to pay taxes, blah blah blah. But let's say Elon Musk is paying $11 billion in taxes. That's crazy. Fucking crazy. But here's the thing: eat the rich. So such a weird ideology. So we eat the rich. No, eat steak. You don't eat the rich. So weird. Kill the rich makes more sense than eat them. Um, what are you so fucking hungry you're gonna eat them? Sound like a caveman. Um, do I believe? All right, what should the rich people do? The rich people, one, are not obligated to give any money away. They don't have to do. People that do, that's dope, but they don't have to. Um, but I do 100% believe um both sides have great fucking things, but they also have horrible things. Obviously, the economy is important, but the people are also important. Obviously, we don't want poor, homeless, dead people lying around in the streets, but we also want a decent economy. So, what's my solution? Fucking just explode everything. How about we do it like this, where everybody moves in the same exact place, they get the exact same to eat, and we all get the exact same things. Oh, what have I done? I just restored the Soviet Union. Um, yeah, let's not do that. So, um, well, this country's just politically fucked anyway, but send some comments of what political things are happening right now and let me debunk them in my stupid logic. But obviously, there's probably going to be some guy that's so fucking mad at me because I said things that were wrong. Oh, well, that's how I see politics on what I just said. Let's go into emotionally invested people. It doesn't have to be on politics, it can be anything. It can be anything. If you're emotionally invested into something, you're immediately biased. That's like if you come up to me and you tell me Pokemon cards fucking suck. Well, I love Pokemon cards. What does emotionally invested mean? I've invested my emotions in it. Well, I love them. I love Pokemon cards. And I've spent a lot of time collecting them. I haven't spent a lot of money, but I've spent a lot of time collecting them. Because I actually did a lot of trading. I only bought, I think, one or two, like, big packs, but I never actually bought a shit ton. All of my... I have a 1990 something Moltres as well that I didn't pay for. I just fucking traded for it in, like, the second grade. So, it was never really, I never really bought them, but someone comes to me and says how bad they are, I'm gonna say, well, no, they're not. And same with the Pokemon games. I've only played one Pokemon game, but if you come to me and say how bad it was, say no, I fucking enjoyed it. So when people are biased towards something, like holy shit, if you're like so emotionally invested to it, you're gonna be blind to logic sometimes. Well, the Pokemon analogy wasn't a really good example because that's wholeheartedly just opinion, I guess, because that's a game. But politics can also have logic sometimes. Like, for example, or that's why I don't think the two sides can never get along. Because it's just so fucking horrible. One is all about, well, actually, I don't know what they're all about. What I've just learned is there's the extremists on one side is all about people and how these people are this and these people are that and those people are the bad ones. Then there's another side that just fucking, I don't know. And then we're not gonna even talk about the cough that's going around. But I don't know. When you're emotionally invested into something, someone disagrees with you, you're immediately biased. That's why I try to when it's a fact, I try to at least listen to them. When it's full-heartedly opinion, like someone tells me how bad Pokemon is, I'm like, all right, that's your opinion. Do I agree with your opinion? Fuck no. Do I need to listen to it? No. Did I hear it? Sadly, yes. But when it's that's why you don't bring your opinion to a factual argument. I actually had an argument on Twitter when someone just kept insulting me instead of actually proving a point, and then they got more mad than me because I was just giving them points. And that's the thing, when you're emotionally invested into something, and sadly, sometimes people are emotionally invested in something that's completely fucking wrong. Well, I say emotionally invested. What does that mean? You invest your emotions in it. So you get emotionally upset when someone disagrees. That's what I. Someone disagrees with my opinion like in Pokemon, I'm not mad. I'm just like, alright, good for you. But, like, again, if I get an argument on Twitter and I use a factual statement, actually multiple factual statements. Alright, basically what happened was there was this funny video, and then someone called it animal abuse, and then I cited evidence on how it's not animal abuse, and then they called me a fucking idiot. And I said, cite evidence, and then they cited evidence, which was, I guess, half right. It didn't really unprove my point, but part of it was slightly true. So I was like, okay, I read the entire article, and I'm like, I do agree with some of the points they said, but that does not prove of the initial argument. And then they just called me an idiot again. Well, they didn't call me an idiot. They told me to go masturbate. Or yeah, they literally told me to go masturbate. So yeah, when people just can't listen to you, that's usually a good point in, not listening to them. And obviously, and that's the thing, I'll never be in an argument on like social media if I'm mad. I was never mad at that person. The only reason why I got in that argument in the first place is because they were spreading completely false information. Um, and then other times I've gotten into arguments, was just somebody trying to be mean to me. Someone tried to tell me that I was broke. Never met that man before, never talked to them, and they told me how I was struggling financially. It was great because because I don't know. It was so fucking. I was laughing during the argument. I'm laughing now because it was so fucking funny to me that someone tried to tell me how I was financially struggling. And I guess that means they were projecting. There's always that one thing that people say when people are trying to bully you about something, that's just projecting their own insecurities onto you. So maybe that guy's financially struggling, and for him, I wish him the fucking best. And I really hope that he can't pay his mortgage this month. He moves to. I'm kidding. Um, that guy was funny as shit. But that's the thing, man. I said it in the first, first podcast. We're all humans, man. All humans. It is what it is, because some people are just fucking stupid. Again, I started this podcast with people telling me, or not people telling me, I started this podcast on how DoorDash driver was kind of mean. Well, not really mean. I mean, just what type of DoorDash driver pulls up to the house, screams at you from the road to come get your food, and then when you get it and you tell them have a nice day, they don't say it back and they just drive away. I think that is a dick move. So we start the podcast with talking about how mean people were, and we end the podcast about how mean someone was trying to be to me. But that's the thing, it doesn't get to me because when someone is so, that's the thing. Some people are invested emotionally in trying to hurt your feelings, and they get mad when it doesn't work. It's fucking hilarious. It's great. That's why. That's why you don't listen to people, man. People that are genuinely happy for you, you gotta find those people. I think his name was Jordan Peterson or something, but he said you have to tell only specific people good news. You only tell people that are genuinely happy for you. You know why? Man, I think it was this birthday was probably the best birthday that I've ever had because I've surrounded myself with people that are genuinely happy for me. So, like, people genuinely cared and they were so nice to me and said happy birthday. And I felt so fucking happy. It was great. And obviously, I remember someone told me that they were mad because people were very nice to them on their birthday, but then after their birthday they weren't as nice. And I was just like, that's kind of the whole point of the birthday. Like, why don't I get? And they were like, why don't I get treated like that every day? And I'm like, because people don't have the time to like do all that shit. But it's because I've surrounded myself with people that care. And same with accomplishments, man. Like, people were genuinely happy for me when I started my podcast and I'm gonna get my merch going. And that's awesome, dude. And I try to be the same way when someone that I like or know and care about when they're talking about something that they're doing, I'm gonna support it, man. And that's the thing. You genuinely gotta like you just gotta bring people up, man. You can't push people down to bring yourself up because you're only gonna go down anyway. And that's why I said to somebody, no matter if you try to pull somebody down, you're always gonna be lower than them because you're trying to pull down. I just use the term push down, like, but you're never pushing them down. You're pulling them down because you're never above people that you try to push down. I guess. I guess it depends on the person. If you're trying to push down somebody that's truly a horrible person, they're already down there. Um, but yeah, if I ever talk about my accomplishments to somebody and they're just like genuinely like not happy for me and they're actually mad that I'm being successful. Same with not same with Twitch, but I guess that can happen with Twitch. Actually, no. I think I talked about it first podcast. Someone donated $50 and made their username some guy I got in an argument with, and then I added that guy, and that guy got really mad at me. Tried to keep the argument going, but I restricted him from talking to my fucking in my comments. But, but yeah, I'll leave this podcast off with the fortune cookie I got from Panda Express. This one said, "Others are inspired by your courage." Oh, okay. Others are inspired by your courage. All right. Well, I guess that's a good way to end the podcast. Chat. People watching. I don't know why I kept saying chat. Be courageous, because you might be someone's in. I should order Chinese food every time I do a podcast so I can have a fucking fortune cookie to talk about. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is obviously a shorter podcast, but uh, yeah, be courageous because you might be someone's inspiration. Thank you so much for stopping by the What's Cooking podcast. I'm your host, Chef Tony. I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Be positive. Like, not with like AIDS, but like this positive. Have a great day, guys.